upcoming train-related events that I think you'll be interested in. Sometimes I'll let you know in advance about a place I'll be filming. Sometimes it's a place that's far away that I can't make it to, but that some of you probably could. I also updated my webpage, lisakaentertainment.com/YouTube. So check that out. There are new featured episodes, opportunities. I've added to my list of recommended train-related destinations. I've gotten so many of these recommendations from all of you, and I just keep hearing about things. It's almost overwhelming, just all that exists, both in the United States and abroad. I hope you all had a really great weekend. Mine was very full. I filmed on Saturday, so you'll see that episode coming soon. And also, separate from that, I went to Union Station for a film screening. They showed The Last Repair Shop, which is an Oscar award-winning documentary short. If you have a chance to come to the LA area or you live remotely near Union Station, I totally recommend you going to their website and checking out their upcoming events. For example, on September 28th, on my dad's birthday, I'll be there salsa dancing to Ricardo Lembo. So they're doing film screenings, dance opportunities, all sorts of things. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Also, also at Union Station, there is this annual Railroad Safety Day. That's coming up this month. I might have mentioned that before. The Santa Fe Steam Engine is gonna be there. They've added a second night photo shoot opportunity. I believe one of them might be sold out, the one on Sunday, I'm not sure, but Saturday they've added that. So if you're interested in photographing the steam engine and doing a cool night shoot, you can tap into that on Union Station's website. So also, have any of you been to the Sonoma train town in Northern California? Well, I'm gonna be going soon and I'm really excited. I'm actually going with my niece. So you may end up seeing her. She may end up helping me film a little bit. She loves photography. I gave her her first camera. My sister's an artist too. And so that's gonna be a fun day and it just looks like a really cool place. So I'm excited about that, Sonoma Train Town. In terms of train shows, people ask, how did you know there was gonna be this train show? And wanted to know about things in advance. So the Great Train Show is in Del Mar, California at the fairgrounds there, October 5th through 6th. There are other train happenings, other train shows going on. Other places have been recommended to me. These things get planned in a lot of cases like a year in advance. So you can also look into other train shows that might be closer to you, but I love to travel. That's part of why I'm doing all this. So also to plant some seeds if you're like, oh, that could be a good reason to head out to Southern California. Speaking of also the National Train Show that I filmed recently, you can see an episode of, they already have their dates for next summer. It's gonna be in Michigan, so you can go ahead and get on board if that's something that you're interested in. Also, okay, Roaring Camp. When I was at the National Train Show, I pointed out a Roaring Camp train car. I think it was a train car versus a caboose. Anyhow, there was a guy on the board there and he was like, oh, thanks, he commented, thanks so much for giving a little shout out to Roaring Camp. Well, Roaring Camp's been on my radar because they do some really cool events. It's in the Santa Cruz, California area. And they have this upcoming event, Circus Bubble Train Bonanza. Okay, I sadly don't think I'm gonna be able to make it there. But it sounds so cool. So I had to just mention that. Okay, the skunk train. People keep mentioning the skunk train. I got an email recently from someone. If it's you, I can't find the email. I want to get back to you. Just know I've been getting a lot more people reaching out regarding recommendations. I'm really prioritizing sponsored episodes right now and collaborating with folks, and so that's taking a good bit of time too. And anyways, so if I ever don't respond to your email and it's been, I don't know, 4 days or something, please feel free to email me again. Because I'm pretty on top of things, but this is, as you can imagine, getting to the point where you're, producing, filming, editing, and then also the website maintenance, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot. Instagram. If you use Instagram, then check out Lisa K Entertainment on YouTube, on Instagram. The profile is Lisa K Entertainment on YouTube. You'll see lots of things. But I always promote the episodes when they're coming out. I end up showing a lot of like behind the scenes images or just stuff that that you don't see in the actual episode. In some cases, like the Union Station, the last repair shop experience that I had this weekend, I didn't film that. I just went and I enjoyed it and it was wonderful. But I did take some photos and I made it into an Instagram reel. So again, you can check out Lisa K Entertainment on YouTube for additional train related fun things. Okay, so yeah, Skunk Train. It keeps getting recommended to me. They have a Pumpkin Express event series coming up. It starts at the very beginning of October. So if that's something you think you can do, then now you know when it's happening. But there are other times during the year that's a fun experience as well. So I thought I would just mention that. One of these days I'll make it up there. I have connected with a bunch of custom modelers. Several folks in recent months who have worked in the entertainment industry. So that's kind of like a special connection for me since I've been working in entertainment for a long time. And so they've just worked in some really interesting TV shows, movies, just really interesting projects, commercials in some cases. And then also they create like custom layouts, custom models for layouts for discerning customers, some might say. I recently, a friend of a friend, I saw a friend yesterday actually, this guy David. David connected me with Santiago, who's in Redondo Beach, California. I was like I used to live 2 blocks from Redondo Beach. Anyways, he does some really interesting work. Yeah, so I got to chat with him recently. That's part of this whole YouTube channel. It's so wonderful because I get to meet people really all over the world. Santiago's been here many years, decades, but is originally from Argentina and just had, a lot of interesting things to share. And I love stories too, where people have taken like a certain skill set and then applied it in a different area, or they combine like multiple things. He's also learned a lot of like newer technology to kind of integrate that, but does very like unique custom models. Also, Paul Newitt, I've mentioned him recently because if you go to my webpage, lisakkentertainment.com/YouTube, you will see his book that's available if you make a donation of $30 or more. There are like 3 of those still available by donations. Anyways, or you can email him and just buy a book. But he also worked in entertainment for years and also has custom layout clients. Paul Newitt, real nice guy. He lives in the San Francisco Bay Area. That was my first destination when I moved to California from North Carolina. So there's that connection as well. And then Jake. So Jake reached out. He lives in the LA area, so that's cool. It's like a little neighbor. Crescent Creek Design. He also does custom models, custom layouts, has also worked in entertainment. Of course, this is like entertainment mecca of the world. So he's got quite the resume. And he's been doing some work with a guy named Dave Sheegog. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Have you guys heard of Dave? Well, now you have. Okay, you heard it first. Train Talk with Lisa. Okay, so Dave has a G-gauge layout in his backyard. Like, that's putting it mildly. The cool thing about this place is that, it's just, okay, so to backtrack, so Jake has done models for Dave. So you'll see some of his work. If you go to Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad, and that is the layout in his backyard that he opens up to the public in the spring and in the fall. Like roughly about 250 people per day can visit. And you have to get a ticket, but the tickets are free. So this is literally just like in a neighborhood at his house. And this layout, it's like, from what I hear, from what I have already seen, is amazing. And it's Disney themed, and there's just a lot going on. And I think one thing I really like about it is is that he shares it with strangers and is bringing people together and does it for free. So anyways, the tickets are free, as I said, but they sell out within like an hour. So you can get on the website, just look up Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad. And when you get on the website, you can put in your email address and get notified, like so that you hear about when the tickets are available, and you're like on top of it and can get yours. So I don't know. You could be like, was it Marty? Marty from the National Train Show. He was in my National Train Show episode. You know, he came all the way from Australia for the National Train Show and a couple other train things. There's plenty of, as you can see from a lot of my episodes, since most of them are shot in the LA area right now, there's a lot. If that's your interest, there's a lot to see. So if you're a drive away, or maybe feel like planning a trip by plane or by train, then you may want to, if you do it in the spring or fall, you may want to look into the Castle Peak and Thunder Railroad as a fun thing to do on your trip. Okay, I think that's about it. I have a bunch of episodes coming up that I needed to edit. Like I said, I filmed on Saturday. I filmed in Santa Susana recently as well. Just have lots more. If you're interested, if your business or you are interested in sponsoring an episode, you can reach out to me, bookings@lisakentertainment.com. If you know of a company who you think might be a good fit, that would be interested, feel free to send that email address to them. And like, share the episodes when you know of somebody you think, oh my gosh, they'd really appreciate this. Just yesterday I had a party and like trains came, like when I said something about what I was doing, some guy's like, oh yeah, there's this guy in Pasadena and he does a whole like, you know, outdoor train layout around the holidays every year. And, you know, people go by and stuff. And it comes up in conversations constantly. People that you just maybe haven't talked to about trains yet, then you do. And it's like, oh, they're really into this, or they have something to share. I think one of my goals too is that even people that aren't like innately interested in trains or wouldn't have thought this would be something they'd be into watching, it like speaks to their heart. It speaks to connecting with people and all the things I mentioned in many episodes, especially the National Train Show episode about nostalgia and family and just human connection. So anyways, thank you guys all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.